terrible at fishing. Well, today I'm going to teach you something that I just got taught. So, stay tuned. Well, since we were kids, we would just throw something out there and reel it in, or stick it on a bobber and wait for the bobber to go up and down. And that's how we fished. And you know what? We had a great time, didn't we? Well, there's something called slider fishing. Some of you probably know. Maybe I'm the only one that didn't know what slider fishing was, or that it was called slider fishing. But slider fishing is something we did probably as a kid. We just didn't know what it was called. Many championships have been won with slider fishing. So, what is it? Well, slider fishing is a finesse style of fishing. So, I'm going to use a crappie jig in my hand here. So here's a crappie jig. And we're going to, what you do with the crappie jig, or any jig, is when you toss it out there into your location, you count down the drop time. Now typically we go 1 second per foot, but the lighter the jig, the slower the drop, right? So what I do is, before I cast, I'll drop it into the water, and I'll see how fast it drops. So if I'm in 3 feet of water or whatever, I can count it until it hits the bottom and just go 1001, 1002. And sometimes it goes a very light jig, and I've got 1/80th of an ounce jigs that take forever to drop. But boy, it's during that floating down period, they kill. So, know how fast your jig drops, and then count it down to where you think the fish are. Now, the cool thing about, and I've got another video on how to catch more fish on changing different depths. So if 3 count or 5 count doesn't work, then go 6 or 7 count or whatever. When the water's really cold, depth is very, very important. So what ends up happening is that, let's say this thing drops, and now we want to start retrieving, but we want to keep it at this depth. Normally we retrieve so fast it does this. Whoop. It goes right up. And this finesse fishing is so easy, it's hard for the impatient fisherman. So what ends up happening is that we let this thing drop, and what we want to do, we want to keep it about the same. We want to keep it the same level. So what we do is we reel it in really, really slow, because it's going to want to come up. So we're going to just keep it really, really slow and let this thing work that depth all the way to us. What ends up happening is that the fish at that depth are going to hit it. And so we don't want to reel it in. Know how many inches per turn, or IPT, your reel gives. It's easy to just look it up, online, and it'll tell you, or it may tell you right on the reel how many inches per turn. Typically it's 25 to 30 inches per turn. So if you go 1001, okay, you've just traveled 1001. That's fast. Okay? 1 second per turn. So you may want to go 1001, 1002, 1003, 1000, So you may want to go 4 seconds per turn if it's 30 inches per turn. And think about that. It really will try your patience. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, and then you don't have to count anymore, because you'll understand how slow that turn is. And this will stay at that depth and just move along. If you don't, on that retrieve, if that doesn't work, change the depth. Go down another foot or two, or up a foot or two, or whatever it is, but change the depth and maintain that depth with a very, very slow retrieve. If you're having trouble getting bites, this will produce bites for you. Now, the great thing about this is that you think, oh, I like bass fish. Well, I do too. Small baits usually get bites faster than big baits do. And once you start getting action, feeding, in an area, bigger fish will start hitting bigger stuff. So sometimes all you need is something small to start to get use something big. Simple as that. I know. It's called slider fishing. Well, I hope that helps you guys out a little bit. Well, stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Over here. And try to enter the drawing for my giveaway too. So thank you very much. Check out Dark Horse Tackle with my promo code RufinoPro10. You'll get 10% off your first month. Take care, everybody.